Namaste, everyone. It is 4:44 on the clock. We're going to do this reading in honor of foundations. I want to thank everybody for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, for your time, your energy, and your goodwill. I don't know what we're going to talk about today. Look, I haven't even moved my coffee off the table, so we'll set that over there. And I haven't picked up the charms, but I was definitely in a hurry and focused on getting 444. So I'm going to tie these up. I hope everybody is doing awesome today. I love you guys. We're kind of doing this reading in honor of Gemini and Cancer, because that's where the moon's at today. And we're going to see what's going on. And tomorrow it'll be fully in Cancer in the mother. So with that in mind, there could be sensitivities. And with Gemini, there could be a lot of talking and chattering going on, maybe. Some conversations, because air, Gemini rules air, mind, and Mercury. And so maybe some romantic conversations or discussions, I don't know. But we're going to use the Wee Moon deck, so I'll bring it out here. And I hope you guys are doing good, your families, your loved ones, and your garden and whatever it is, whether it's a business or self-development or working to make your family the best family you can make it to be, whatever you are doing creatively in your life, because women are different. We kind of create from within, and we create from the heart and with things we love. Okay, we have a 9. We have Taurus, materials. And we have Pluto. Wow, this is diving deeper than material things. Because Pluto goes down to the depths of things most people don't want to talk about. That's what Pluto covers, right? Yeah. And so with that being said, and Taurus and 9, I'm seeing the end of, kind of like the materialism thing. Materialism, it's funny this should come up because I've been kind of writing an essay on money. And Taurus does cover materialism. And Pluto does cover the depths of things that we usually don't want to talk about, right? And 9 is the completion. And, or else I'm just being guided to go the way that I was going to go about materialism, money. Now, of course, I'm not talking about the normal average Joe, right? We're always struggling for money to make sure the bills get paid. I mean, and there usually isn't a whole lot left over, right? Many people are just struggling to be able to pay their rent. We got kids that are coming up and out, and they don't even know if they're going to be able to find a home they can afford to live their life in, to grow in, to expand in. We have people that need things that they probably aren't getting, such as vitamins, organic foods, treating themselves to a nice night out a couple times a week. These are things that should be just something that, that's there, that we don't have to strive and work our ass off for or beg, because it's already there. Why should the elites be able to do it? And that's where we're coming to my epiphany about money. Money changes everything. People who have money feel like they have status, right? And they feel over other people. Money. Myself, I would want to have the people on my side because it's really more reliable than money. I would want the people to be happy and satisfied, and I would want the people to see that, I knew their ancestors that have built this world and that they deserved to have their inheritance while they were living here on it, which that would be you, to have your inheritance while you live on this world, because your ancestors built this world. Oh, we got a 4-leaf black clover. Out of the darkness, good luck comes. Oh, it looks green. Right on. But yeah, so we've got good luck on our side. What is that? A white turnip. A turnip? I've never pulled that before. A white turnip. Huh. With a heart on it. It's some kind of white vegetable with a black heart on it. Wow, that's pretty beautiful. Gardening. Yes, I am. I'm cultivating the truth right now with you guys. I'm cultivating the truth of a cat, independent, doorways, portals. Cats represent doorways and portals. So, you know, we're going through a portal right now, and there's a big gift on the other side of it, because the people have to realize that money cannot be valued over human life. And the more we talk about it, the more we think about it, the more we understand the truth that money changes the game and gives other people superiority over other people. We are no longer equal. And our Constitution states that we are all equal. All. I'm not asking the big wigs to give up anything. But one thing I believe is that we deserve the inheritance to have a happy life on this planet too. Not to be burdened down with bills. Do you know corporations took in billions of dollars of overflow last year? I'm talking about Kroger and medical corporations and people that don't need the money. And that's the problem. When they begin to take more resources than they need, it ends up on our end in the family world, where we're all just normal human beings living our life in a normal way, do without resources. Somewhere along the line, mothers, fathers struggle to feed their children, struggle to pay the rent, struggle to pay the electric, struggle to pay the car payment, struggle to make sure, and they go from hand to hand, borrow from Peter to pay to Paul, and all they ever have is stress and worry about material things. A lot of them, a lot of people, I know they do. I just know it. I know it. Rent is so expensive. Around here, I'm blessed. When people know how much I pay for rent, they just freak out. I'm so blessed. God literally gave me a place that I could really afford, and geez, what a break. And so around me is homeless people all the time. People get kicked out of this house often to the streets. They lose their room. They don't pay their rent. They can't. I see it. They're mentally ill. Hard to get a job, hard to work for the people out there anymore, because our soul is calling for freedom. Freedom from creating a world for other people, the wealthy, that they live as compared to the world we live, where they have no worries, never. They've always got somebody to do everything for them. And they get to thrive. They thrive. They get the best education and all this stuff. That's not being equal. Where we get the, what do they call, the lower level, stuff, cheaper stuff. They actually make stuff cheaper just for us and our classes, right? There's 3 or 4 different values of merchandise, from the people who can only buy the cheapest to the people who can buy the big stuff, in classes. Yeah, and so the people who buy the cheap stuff, their shit falls apart real quick. And then the people who get to buy the good stuff, their stuff lasts forever. It would be better off if everybody got the good stuff. You wouldn't be putting so much garbage on this planet and using up so many resources. So you see, their mind is screwed. And they're only going to get unscrewed when we begin to tell them this. When we spread this news that God wants us to have our inheritance that our ancestors have been building for thousands of years. And this is the time of peace and plenty and abundance for all. We've got children getting ready, college kids, they can't even hardly afford an apartment or a room or a house. So expensive. Everything is. Everything. Went up like 20% over the last few years. I mean, a lot. It went up a lot. Everything did. And so, but they made a fortune. And the cost of living and your salaries and the pensions and Social Securities, it didn't go up. It's up to us to raise the ruckus. I'm hoping to have a car next year, because when I do, I'm going to begin raising a ruckus. I don't know how. God will provide a way. God always does provide a way. But I am going to start raising a ruckus about the inequality of money. And money also causes mental illness too, because if people stress all the time over being over to pay the bills, eventually their life falls into pieces. They have anxiety, they have stress, they have worries, which takes them away from being able to interact with their family in a healthy way. And that's the truth. That just come out from the sun, and that's true. Fathers and mothers who feel like they can't provide for their children are more likely to turn to drugs. Stress relief. Okay, we don't know where this is going, but we're reading in honor of the moon, so we're going to read women. So let's do this. I noticed on my thing that it's mostly women that watch. All the men have run away. I don't blame them. They're all runners. Not just one or two. I think they're all runners. Okay? So that's okay. I'd rather for this to be for the divine feminines as we grow and raise up. But I would like to get some more younger people in here again. And so I'm gonna have to work on that, alright? I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to see what I can do to, bring in those between 40, because they're gonna be our age someday too. And we can help them through comments, through our life experiences, to help them understand, because we all go through these same life experiences. We all experience the same things. Yeah. We all experience the same things in different ways. But we all have heartbreak. We all experience loss. We all experience boredom, depression, misunderstandings, and then again, we're all unique in how we work them out, right? That's wisdom. Yeah. So God says this is right. We're all going through a lot of the same things, and we all want the same things. We want to be okay. No, we want to be better than okay. We want to be in a place where we can thrive, where we know everything is okay, and that now we can sit back and think about who we are, what we are, and how we represent that. We are in the age of our maturity. This is when we stand up and speak out. They've tried to make us think we're supposed to sit down and shut up. No, We ain't going to sit down and shut up. No, this represents the crone. The crone never sits down and shuts up. She speaks her mind. She says what she thinks. And she corrects things as she goes, such as if she sees somebody stealing or something like that, she don't keep her mouth shut. She speaks up and says, no, you shouldn't do that. And then she tells them why. Because someday, you're going to get caught. And when you do, you're going to feel ashamed. Don't do that. Our job is to guide the younger generation. We don't agree with them. If they're doing drugs, we throw them out of the house. You don't get to be here and do drugs. That's not the way it goes. No, you got to experience what it's like according to the choices that you make. But we still need to have everything we need to have. Drug addicts are only made through some kind of trauma, depression. Happy people don't do drugs. I'm happy. I don't do drugs anymore. I only did drugs when I was depressed and I hated myself. So I know that drug use is not something that is being done because it makes them happy. It helps them to forget how much they despise their own lives, is what I believe. And I guess I'm going to pull another card on that. In the spirit of love, we fight for those we love. We find the courage to stand up to those we love and, demand that they treat themselves better, that they love themselves more, and that they reflect and look within themselves into the deepest recesses of their soul and love those things where they were hurt, because they were, or they wouldn't have done drugs. They wouldn't have got into a place where their lives got off track. But we always can come back, right? I don't know how we got here. Wow. Okay, so again, we're talking about love. We're always going to talk about love on this channel. But we're also going to talk about the things that we need to stand up over. To let the politicians and authorities know, if you believe in what I'm saying, that this planet belongs to all of us, and it was the Earth's resources they used to build everything here, even to this day, builds the houses, makes the cars, factories, trains, everything, energy, the earth, it all comes from the earth, and she never charged them. They got it for free. Those who got here first got it for free. They just started ripping it out, using it. So you see, the resources belong to us all. And there's no way around that. Yep, we're going to be talking about fairness, equality, strength, courage, and using our wisdom at this age, and all the energy and force of life we've gained through our knowledge, right? We know a lot. We've been through a lot, many years. I looked on my thing. We're between 55 and 65. Everybody that watches this channel. This is the perfect age to stand up and fight for those who are coming behind us, to leave the world a better place, to leave your name, your mark, your brand. You guys are good people. I know you are. I talk to many of you. I love all y'all. My biggest joy is to hear you guys tell me you're doing okay. I love that. I want us all to do okay. I really do. And, I know that I'm not asking for the moon. I'm just asking, You know, I spent half my life, over half, homeless. I just believe everybody deserves a home. And there are many coming after me. Many, many more. Even Jesus says man had no place to lay his head. Yeah. These people, humans that were sending to the streets and the gutters because their chance in life, they failed. That's how they feel. They failed. I know that's how I felt. I felt like, damn, I failed at life. I failed. And I did. Life is precarious. If you're not watching your choices, you could just go right down the drain. Lunar mystery again. I turned away from that life. And if I can turn away from that life, anybody can turn away from that life. Turn away from the life you do not want. Turn away and set those boundaries. I hope everybody's doing okay tonight. Turn away and set those boundaries in wisdom. Yeah. It takes strength, but you protect your family. Protect your family from those things that don't bring in the essence or vibration that brings you happiness and joy. Turn away from anything that brings out the worst in you or the bad in you. Yeah, leave that behind. And money brings out the bad in people, don't it? Let's go back there. Money brings out the bad. It brings out such a horrible thing that they don't even care. They've got enough money to make sure everybody has a home if they all put it in together. But they don't even care that there are homeless old people, that there are homeless teenagers, that there are homeless good people on the streets. Homeless people that don't got a good mind, which basically makes them children. Makes them children. While they've got way, 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 way more than they ever deserve. The $13 billion that Kroger got this year in overflow would have taken everybody off the streets. That really pisses me off. It should you too. It should you too. Yeah. Call for judgment. I've been calling for judgment. Join me. Believe me, God's never going to even try to judge us against them. He knows all we do is struggle while they live a life of luxury. Now, I'm not talking about me because I'm not struggling. I have everything I need and then some. Not money, but I have a home. I have food. I have my pot. I have a cigarette. I have TV, Wi-Fi. I have a computer. I'm pretty happy. I'm satisfied. I don't yearn for anything. I do have a dream of having a car and driver's license by next year. I do that. But one goal at a time, right? One goal at a time. We're high priestesses. God don't take the pretty little girls and make them high priestesses. God uses the elders as his high priestess, her high priestess. The wisdom that we have is spiritual. The experiences we've been through can help others. And we need to tell our stories without shame, whether people hear them, listen or not. Because we're full of wisdom. One day they'll be doing something and the story will come up in their mind of something you said that will help them to complete that mission they're on at the moment. You just don't never know. If you feel like speaking, you should speak, God says. If you feel like hollering, you should holler, God says. If you feel like praying, pray, God says. But allow yourself to express yourself. Allow yourself to be expressive. being the high priestess, I'm talking even about speaking to God, because I got this card last. We're just going to go right there. This is about talking to the universe, talking to Mother Earth, talking to the Father, God of heaven, the stars, the fire, the sun, the moon, talking to higher consciousnesses. They're all just vibrations. Yeah, which you can connect with. And they will help you with anything that you're ever going through. And help you to be brave and strong and ferocious. Like the sun and the Great Mother, you will be empowered. Because, believe it or not, the fruit is the sweetest at the end of the day, right? At the end of of ripeness. The riper it gets, the sweeter it is. That's why God uses the elders. The elders are the best. Not only do we have wonderful love and sweetness, we're like fine wine. Our wisdom is mature, authentic. It's been a long time since the wisdom of the Mother Earth or the Divine Feminine has been upon this planet. A way long time since the fire of the Great Mother has been here. Now where she's been, I'm not sure, but I think she came up missing during Moses' time. We no longer looked at the Mother after that, after Egypt. This is the Great Mother of Fire, keeper of the hearth. The hearth keeper. My foot itches. I got scratches. Excuse me. The fire priestess mother. She keeps the hearth. I'm going to go up here and see if I can't make that picture come back in. Fire keeper. That doggone picture. Come on. I'm going to have to get me a new camera. Hello. There we go. Okay. And we are full and pregnant with spirit. See the wormhole on her stomach? There's a wormhole there over her womb, and the fire burning. We are these. And although most of them and a lot of them portrayed as younger women, believe me, the wisdom that we know isn't gotten until after you've lived a lifetime. We've lived a lifetime, lived through it. Now we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Tell me your stories. Speak out. If you got a channel, let me know so I can come visit you. Yeah. So this is about stoking the fire inside of you. Stoking it up. Getting agitated and excited about living your life, for God only knows how long, right? As long as you're happy, God might keep you around. Yeah, for however long. But you have to be happy with yourself, right? We have to be happy with ourselves. And that's what this channel is all about, is finding joy and love in our everyday life and the little mundane things we do, because it's all about that anyway. We live with spirit every day inside of us. I got a fly. I got him in here again. I'm bringing out the fly swatters. Yeah, it doesn't take any grand gestures or anything other than faith, hope, and believing that there is something bigger and more mystical than you can explain or understand. Because I don't think I would ever be able to, I've seen a lot of things, but you see me, I'm still like, I don't understand everything. I'm working on it. My brain is going at it, but that don't mean I'll even understand everything before I pass away. I don't know. I'm hoping for the big breakthrough message that, I was supposed to get. But, maybe I give that message every day. maybe that message is, that's what I do every day, is bring a message of love and peace and calmness, and doing my best to share what I know of the great power of the universe with you. We could call it God, yeah, the mind of God, the mind of the universe is what I call it. At this point, it's like, it's went way beyond just a God of the earth or a God of the stars. It's like this mind of the universe that created this galaxy. That's powerful. Very powerful to me. Okay, guys. I love y'all. Please like, share, subscribe, and give me a holler and let me know what you think. Bye-bye.